Good morning from my last morning in Japan. Currently 4:37. Not a peep now, except one guy that went by on his bike. On my way to the bus now. The bus is in about 45 minutes. I'll be there in about 15 minutes, so better to be a bit early than running late. And then I make my way to China. I'll miss Japan, but anyway, it's just gives me a reason to come back, doesn't it, eventually? So I'll catch you when I'm at the airport. The time has come. Bye Japan, I love you. Arrived in China. Just got off the plane here in Nanjing airport. Just have to get through security now, but that's not a problem, I hope. Just made it through security, and when I got through, of course, I got the foreigner pulled to the side. COVID test. I didn't even think they still did that anymore, but they do in China. So yeah, now I get the metro to the city centre. I'm way too early to check in. Doesn't matter. The smell of food is already hitting me nostrils. Oh, it smells gorgeous. Someone was taking a picture of this, so let's see what it is. The metro from the airport is down here. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's now I wait. This is my ticket. €1 for 2 trains. Well, I've made it. Freedom out of the metro and into China, and I'm being watched by this camera obviously in front of me. Although I did say I'll miss Japan, and it's very true, but it's very nice to be in China again. Very safe. Probably as safe as Japan, close to it at least. Now I need to find my way to a park that I want to go to. I missed out on it last time. It's a memorial park, because I can't check in yet. I've got 2 hours left, so I might as well just go with the flow. Look at the nice train track. All the ivy hanging down from it. Now, I've already been stared at many times by many kids on the subway. I was standing there just looking at the next stop that was coming up on the screen, and I just saw some like non-moving figure down below me, so I was just glanced down. There was a little kid like just staring up at me. And that lasted for about 5 minutes, and then a couple of people kind of nudging, like a fella nudged his wife or girlfriend, whatever, and pointed over like, hey look, a foreigner here. I don't mind, it doesn't bother me at all. Of course, compared to their neighbour Japan, when it comes to Western tourists, China gets like the smallest fraction compared to Japan. And I mean, it's pretty understandable why. Japan has an awful lot of attractions, like, you know, it's made for tourists basically, whereas China not so much. But I think it's getting there. I do think they're trying. Whether they get there or not eventually, fully, as in like the same scale as Japan, I don't think that will happen. I don't think so, but you never know. Everybody just races by on scooters. They don't follow any rules. So, just got a bottle of Fanta from the lady in the little caravan over there, and it cost me 6 RMB, 6 yuan, so 70 cents. And it's big. It's 800 mils. It's crazy. But we're in the park anyway. We're about to go up to the memorial hall, the Martyrs Memorial Hall, now in a minute. We'll talk a bit about that when I get there, but this is a good spot for people getting photos. It's lovely. It's kept well. And of course there's a long walkway up with construction outside, because what else would you have in China but construction? So, arrived at the Yuhuatai Memorial, Martyrs Memorial Park. We go over now to the statues that are built into the wall. I think there might be some on the left as well, I'm not sure. There is, yeah. So these statues are commemorating the Communist Party members who were killed by the Kuomintang. Now the Kuomintang from 1910, 1912, something like that, until China became the People's Republic of China in the late 40s, 49. The Kuomintang was the only party in China. It was the sole party. And in the 20s, the members of the Communist Party, unofficially a party of course, led an uprising. And this park, these statues are commemorating the people who were killed in it. So during the period of the Republic of China, which is not what it is today. Today it's the People's Republic of China. The Republic of China is also the name for Taiwan now because the leader was forced into exile there, and well, it's a long story. But anyway, during the Republic of China era, this site, Yuhuatai, and all the surrounding area was actually the site of thousands of executions of Communist Party members by the Nationalist Party at the time. And then after the end of the second Sino-Japanese war, it was also the execution sites of Japanese war criminals. But when the People's Republic of China came into control in 1949, they took over this place and turned it into a mausoleum honouring the victims of the Nationalist Party, the Nationalist Party's regime against the Communist Party members. And there's music here written down. Let's see what it says. It's not English, never mind. I don't know what this is. I think it's Vietnamese, I was gonna say, but I don't think it's Vietnamese either. I think it might be, honestly I don't know. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is it's quite nice here. Birds chirping. There's more lyrics up ahead. Maybe they're in English. While I'm walking up to this, I should tell you, it is quite warm. It's not that it's even sunny, like the sun comes out every now and then, but it's very sticky and humid. Wasn't expecting this. Tomorrow was supposed to be 30 degrees, 32 degrees the next day, so usually when it's warmer though, it's less humid, isn't it? That's what I'm convincing myself of. I can already see it from here, it's not in English, so I'm out of luck. Just like to know what language it is. It doesn't even look like a language, to be honest. What language has D-O-X? Wait, no. H-W-N-J-D-A-E-U-J. Nah. This is like the Romanized version of some language, I think. I honestly have no idea. It's so weird. Now at the top of these stairs you have this big statue of this guy representing the Chinese Communist Party members with a broken chain around his wrists. He's broken free from the oppression of the Nationalist Party. And then you've got everyone laying flowers for him. I still haven't seen any Westerns since I got here. Not even on the airplane. I'm the only one so far. That will change, I hope. And I don't really care. I should change when I get to the Confucius Temple area, because that's very popular. It gets really crowded. And I want to try some fried squid there. I've never tried it. You can see here, that's where people are getting their flowers from to lay at the foot of the statue. Anyway, we'll head to the other side. Got a huge pavilion then, that looks pretty cool. The only thing is, it says there a little visitor notice that you can't just rock up and get tickets, you have to book them the day before, which actually happens a lot in China. Usually book the day before, even if it's free. Just, there's probably so many people, isn't there? What do you expect? But so after, oh, a bit of birds. So after seeing, like, you know, the statues commemorate what happened, you kind of forget that, although nowadays China is painted as this giant evil country, you know, you never really hear anything good about it. But, you know, this country has been through a hell of a lot in the past 100 years. Like, from nothing to the biggest countries in the world. Like, I don't mean nothing as in size, but like, you know, it had no industry really for competing with the world. It was poor farmers and, you know, people struggling to make ends meet. And then you come along and they go through this huge boom, and, you know, you do have to give them some credit. You can't just brush them off as this big mega evil corporate country, you know what I mean? There are a lot of death and suffering by their own people and by Japanese, but we'll get to that more the longer I'm in Nanjing. It's very sad. Coming up to another statue now. Since I arrived, there's just been statues everywhere. There's a lot of people out taking photos in front of it. Oh, it's like an old men's gathering. Oh, I don't know what it is, some group. But anyway, this is a big statue. It's the same thing, you see them in chains but looking resilient. Funny enough, people don't look that happy to be getting their photo taken. He looks happy though. There is one thing that I did not miss about China. And I don't think I caught it on video yet, but there's something that really I cannot stand, and that is old men, usually old men, spitting, like hocking up a big one and just spitting. Like, you hear it, not all the time, but you hear quite a lot that horrible hocking noise. Same in Korea when I was there, so it's not just China, but it's something that bloody drives me mad. All the gang out and they're red. There must be some kind of a club or event, or maybe it's a communist party thing, I don't know. No, it looks like traditional stuff on their clothes, gold and shiny. Maybe they're with the men. It's nice that it tells you how long you have to wait for your light to turn green, but you can see all the vendors selling juices, watermelon, pineapple, more watermelon. So it's 3.8 yuan for half a watermelon. 3.8 yuan is 50 cent. 8 yuan is €1. So 50 cent for half a watermelon. It's mad, isn't it? And no matter where you are, you'll always find this kind of a street where it's got all these shops at the bottom of an office block or apartment block, and they're always selling food that smells absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not eating it yet. I want to get checked in and all, everything sorted out first. They've got like a little fake KFC here called Wallace. 19 yuan for a big burger, nuggets, fries and a drink. 19 yuan, same thing, like 220. It's bonkers, isn't it? And funny, I said it to a fella when I first went to Tokyo. I was in a hostel and I was talking to a Chinese guy, and I said, oh, I love China, and he said, yeah, it's cheap, right? And I said, yeah. I said, it's cheap for us tourists. I said, but probably for, you know, you living there, people, it's not that cheap. And he said, no, actually it's pretty good, even for the people living here. So it's nice that at least food is cheap, you know. I think it's the same in Korea and China. I think it's because it's such a big part of the culture. It's so important to them that food is always relatively cheap. The police stops everywhere, no matter where you go. Every few corners there's a police stop. That's why there's not much trouble. So I just popped into the supermarket here. I think I might grab a beer. Not that. Oh, you great. Qingtao? Qingtao is a nice beer, isn't it? I like it anyway, and I've been to the city that makes it. And now we enter through the city wall of Nanjing. Into the city we go. And everybody just parks their scooters wherever they want, of course. And it looks like it's gonna rain. Lovely. Just what I wanted. But anyway, I have my beer. Now, you'll see the top. So the tab you actually peel off, rip it off completely and just bin it. It's not like a typical can that we're used to. But we'll talk more about the wall when I go to another area tomorrow. I will go onto the wall. Look at this, it's nice, isn't it? Right beside the main street, and the little river beside it too. Now, I still haven't seen another Westerner, but I wanted to point out that all along this street, more so than this one, every second, sometimes just every repeated shop is a restaurant or some little eatery. It's crazy, you can never go hungry. You don't even need to plan anything, just walk up one street and you'll find about 20 restaurants. Now I don't know what the food quality is like. It's probably not on the same standard as Japan, but I'm sure it's pretty damn good. Got a lot of nice designed scooters just parked everywhere. Like, you don't really have an awful lot of room to maneuver, but you know what, it doesn't even matter. It's just part of the experience. There's never too many people walking down these streets anyway. Usually up further is the Confucius temple area, and that is, like I said a while ago, that gets pretty damn crowded. At night time specifically, because it's all lit up and it's gorgeous, but that's where everyone kind of gathers after their day at work and school, whatever. I'm almost at my hostel now, but it's a hostel, but I have a private room. Now, I don't know what this private room is going to be like. I saw a picture of it, but a lot of the times, not just China, but wherever you go, the picture doesn't always do it justice, does it? Sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. And this cost me €8 a night, 3 nights, so €24 for 3 nights. Let's see what it's like. I think I mentioned it already that I have been in this hostel last time I stayed here, and well, I had a small tiny room with no bathroom. Look at all the chaos here. But this time I have a toilet in the room. I don't have a shower, but that doesn't matter, that's shared. Yeah, so I have a little private toilet, which is nice. It's nice if you get some bad food. You know, always come across these fried dumplings places or fried roasted duck. There's just food everywhere, you can't escape it. Hey, look. and cheap. Very cheap. Look, this ice cream, 2 yuan. 2 yuan. I don't even know what that is. It's like 25 cents. It's crazy. You've just got food everywhere. Bubble tea. But this place is fantastic. It's a chain of bubble tea shops, and a big bubble tea costs €1. Just €1. You can see there's just food everywhere. This is another entrance into the Confucius Temple area. It looks like they've actually got a show on. Let's have a little quick look in case it's over when I come back later. Now I wanted to say, don't knock coming to China. I know the flights are a bit dearer, for example, than if you wanted to go to France. I'm giving you an example, Paris, right? If you're in Europe, you can get a cheap flight to Paris for what, 30, 40 euro and one way, so maybe just say €100 return, okay? But what do you spend on hotels there? What do you spend on food? Flight is a bit dearer here, but like it's still not bad. And you save so much on food and accommodation here, so it actually probably works out cheaper to come over here. It's weird, you know? It's so far away, but you actually save money here. Let's see what's happening. Oh, it's a kids kind of show. I've been waiting too long without anything happening, so I'm moving back to my plan of going to the hotel to check in. They're all dressed up in the nice gear and stuff, so I'm sure when it starts it's going to be fun, but I probably won't see it. Looks alright though. So I've just checked in and I was wrong. I actually have got a shower. Anyway, I'll show you the room. I have no window. But I don't really care. Who cares? So I come in. This is my bed, my little desk, my toilet and my shower. And another set of shelves that I want. So, yeah. Look, what did I say it was? €8 a night? Cannot complain, honestly. It's pretty damn good. All these lads on the bike just started waving at me and started saying Lao Wei, which means foreigner. I'm back out anyway, back out on the hunt for bubble tea and something to nibble on. It won't be too difficult, will it? Got bubble tea, so I got the medium size. It was only 7 yuan, so 80 cents. I paid like €6 for that now, easily, and it's lovely. Looks like the little event that was on earlier is over though. But the Confucius Temple is behind this. But it looks like they're preparing for an event. It says it's the 30th anniversary of the Festival of Lanterns. Check this out. You won't believe it, I actually saw another Westerner. What a shock. Now I think his wife was Chinese, so you know, he's half Western. It's just food everywhere still. Everyone's standing out. Look at this nice little building. Big building. Skewers, ice cream. Let's go over and take a look at the river. Now at night time it gets absolutely packed here and it's all lit up. Looks like there's a little school tour or something on. Hope they don't think I'm a student. Although the crowds are starting to get busy.
条街在我们明清时期啊，这个地方有没有听说过我们夫子庙叫秦淮八艳？
I think it's the festival of lanterns that's on now. I just walked past some young guys and they said hello, hello. They were live streaming on some Chinese thing, and they just started getting photos with me, shaking my hand and saying thank you. I guess I'm the only Westerner that comes along. All my fans are here. We can see all these kind of lanterns hanging up everywhere. They're all kind of advertising for this festival, I guess. Oh, no. Someone trying to draw me. I don't want to go down there yet. Everyone's trying to buy duck. They got duck in the windows here. And in some of the shops you have people queuing up outside with boxes, like waiting to go up and pay. I don't really know why. I know China is famous for its duck, the Peking duck, but I didn't think Nanjing was particularly famous for it. Maybe the whole of China is. So as I said, nighttime here is completely different. I passed by last time I was here and my god, crowds, lights everywhere. It's a nice street though, isn't it? All these buildings, like, they're not even mentioned that they're preserved. Now, they're probably not actually preserved. They're probably just built in that style. All the souvenir shops are on this street. But I don't want souvenirs. At least not yet. It's only my first day in China. I don't want to carry them around for a month. So you can see there's an awful lot going on. And this is only a small section of it. The place is huge. It's actually a place. Oh wait, there's something about a festival down here. There's actually a place here, one of the subway stations. It said, I think it's the biggest subway station in the world. It has 29 different exits or something from it. Imagine that, 29 exits. If your kind of sense of direction is off, you're in big trouble. Crab on a stick. I'd rather get squid on a stick, to be quite honest. Oh, the Lantern Festival. It's dark though. Maybe it's not on yet. Or maybe it's finished. Maybe I missed it. I think I might have missed it, to be honest. Unlike in Japan, nobody gives a damn if you're recording here. They don't give a damn in Japan either, but you know, the people are a lot less, what would you say? Open, if you know what I mean. They're a lot more reserved in Japan, whereas here people are live streaming everything on whatever Chinese apps they've got. Even older people, you can see them live streaming, like just walking around, the phone right up to their face and live streaming. So it's not that bad here. Plus, when you're speaking here, the level of English that they understand is certainly not as high as Japan. Now, saying that, the level of English in Japan is pretty damn poor. Not that that's a bad thing. It's, you know, you don't expect them to speak it, but they understand more than I'd say they do in China. They wouldn't understand as much here, you know. So you don't have to be careful of what you're saying. Not that I'd be saying anything to be careful of, but you know what I mean. You don't have to be worried like, oh, people are listening to what I'm saying. I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm gonna walk through this little corridor, it looks nice. I've got all these little blessings that people have put up. I better change the frames per second again, because I forgot that China also uses 50 Hertz and not 60. So I will change that in a moment. Gives it a cool strobing effect though. It probably looks better like that. Now I've changed it because I'm going indoors and there's a lot of lights. Oh, look, feels like I'm in Japan again. What are they? Coloured beans. Fish hanging up. I didn't even know this place was here. Looks pretty big. Ice steaming. Ice cream. I thought it was about to fall. Tomorrow I'll get ice cream because it's going to be nearly 30 degrees. Look at this place. Oh my god. Oh, it's a mirror. Okay. Let's walk up the stairs, will we? And everybody stares at me because I'm because I'm the foreigner here. Literally, just there I was coming up the stairs and like 3 or 4 people just stopped moving and stared at me like this. Isn't this cool, huh? That's what I mean, give China a chance. It is pretty cool. See, everyone's buying duck. Boxes of ducks. It's like as if it's this big special deal, but like the shops doing it everywhere. I don't know how they keep the competition up. Well, I went to this little place here and I got this braised pork belly in a pastry. It's spicy and it's got scallion in it. It's nice, very nice. Cost about €1. Battery's dead, so I had to use my phone. Can't get past the river because of all the people taking photos. I don't want to block them, so it is what it is. No way. You've got all these little side streets, loads of souvenir shops and clothes shops and shops where people dress up in the old traditional clothes, like they dress the girls up. Of course, you got all your souvenirs, your chopsticks and coins and magnets, and the spiritual beads. See, you can get the clothes, you can get dressed up. They're actually farming pearls here. Perfumes, more beads, so it's all kind of typical souvenir shops, you know. But still, it's nice to walk around. You see, at least this part's a bit more quiet than the main area. But a lot of the shops are basically the same as each other. It's kind of funny compared to, you know, countries that we're used to. Like, you've got like the shopkeepers, and the shopkeepers are just sitting there like smoking and stuff, or just looking at their phones. Like, they're not trying to sell. Well, you know what I mean, they're not actively hassling you. In the main part they certainly are, but not here. Aren't you lucky me camera died so you don't have to look at my face? So I'm on my way back now. Tired. I was up at 3:45 this morning. All the traffic beeping now. Anyway, I told you, give China a little chance. It's pretty nice, at least in the main parts. I don't know about the other parts. I'm under no illusion that some of the places in bits, especially out at the parts that are not supported by the infrastructure that the cities have. So I'm almost 99% sure that it's not all like this, but if you go to a main city that's supported, it's pretty good. Anyway, I will catch you tomorrow with a charged camera, if I remember.